there is nowhere in the world, in the history of war or conflicts, where wars, particularly special operations, are funded from the national budget. They are funded outside the budget. They are emergencies. Let me ask you and ask the general public, as of 2009, was there a deliberate expectation that Boko Haram were going to become insurgents and terrorists? The answer is no. Did we plan for it 20 years ago? No. In our national plan, nothing like that. And that is why it is not only in Nigeria, it is all over the world. It is the extant best international practice for you to fund your operations or to fund a war through extra budgetary provisions. And how do you fund it? You fund from where you are. You are talking about loans. You go and get loan, you pay interest on it. And what can they fall back to? And of course, I want to state categorically that the governors took the best decision as far as we are concerned, because they are the people feeling they are the chief executive officers in the various states where these things are happening. Look at this weapon. It's a special weapon. I will not go beyond that. Look at the AK-47. They are miles apart. Their prices are never the same. If it were in the United States of America, Russia, for instance, this is supposed to be the personal weapon that the soldier uses now to confront what? Insurgency and terrorism. It has special features. One of it, what is the capacity of this magazine you are seeing? 30. The rounds, what about the telescopic sight? Very, very accurate. Yet, the armed forces of Nigeria had been prosecuting with the AK-47 of the Second World War.
That's where we're keeping our focus today, still on the $1 billion approval from the governors for the federal government to go ahead and use that amount of money to prosecute the war on terrorism and Boko Haram in the Northeast. And retired Army Colonel Yomi Dare joins us on Sunrise Daily to look at this. I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on the show this morning. Do you need conventional weapons, such as the ones that the Army spokesperson showed to us yesterday, to prosecute a non-conventional war like the ones we're seeing by Boko Haram in the Northeast?
Yeah, you do. You do.
How so then? Because in 2002,
yes,
the invasion into Afghanistan required that the special forces there went in, gained the confidence of the villagers there, gained their approval, worked with them, respected their cultures, respected their traditions, recruited them, trained them before they were able to record successes under 7 months with less than $500,000. And you have $1 billion to fight insurgency in the Northeast. Would you say that really that much money is needed to buy weapons and for logistics to combat Boko Haram in the Northeast?
Well, this is a very dicey situation, Jimba, I must confess to you. There has been a lot of hue and cry about, this money that we're talking about. But don't forget that because of more or less the devaluation of our own currency, so $1 billion might really seem something quite big, amount of money. But again, you see, when it comes to security, no amount, they say, is too much to be put into security.
No, but this one is too much because,
just hold on.
To defeat the Taliban in Afghanistan required just a little less than $500,000 in 7 months.
Yes.
Why would we need tenfolds of that to defeat Boko Haram in the Northeast?
Well, Jimba, don't forget that the terms and conditions here are not the same. You are talking about Afghanistan. Who came to prosecute the war in Afghanistan? It's a developed military. They already have everything in place. They already have. And here we are. Don't forget, please mark my words. I know that this is a very, very sensitive one and people are hungry. But don't also forget that this insurgency is, in fact, left to me, I don't want it to be called insurgency in the Northeast. As far as I'm concerned, it affects the whole country. It affects the whole country. But maybe, yes, that's the base. Okay? So that is why I believe all the governors feel concerned that, look, this thing affects us all. So let's not just say the Northeast. And even at that, what I'm saying here is that, as far as I'm concerned, or rather much as I will not fault that something should not be budgeted for the military, for equipping the military, what we need here is transparency and accountability. It must not be business as usual.
Okay, so you're okay with the $1 billion being approved for fighting insurgency?
No, sir. When you say I'm okay, mark my words. I said it earlier that, you see, a lot of things are wrong. Even the military, as we speak today, you saw what the spokesperson showed us. And that's a fact. Because most of the equipments, the weapons, are obsolete. If you followed closely what happened, especially during the last administration,